What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tirado. Welcome back to the Next Level Fear Show. Today, I wanted to talk about some things that I had wrote down on my notes pertaining to, us men. Things that I see on social media, things that I see on. I don't really. Let me rephrase that. Because I'm not on social media like that, man. Honestly, the only thing that I'm on is Instagram. I do have a TikTok account, but I'm not on there, man. If I post something, I post and I ghost. You know what I mean? A lot of that shit, man, is just real toxic, and it's just not good for the brain, especially if you're trying to be a creative and you're trying to think of something that might be a little bit, original. Kind of hard to do today. It's kind of hard to be original when there's hundreds of millions of pictures being uploaded daily. So that's why I try to stay off of there, so that way I can try to create or come up with my own ideas. And I'm not gonna lie, man. It's very difficult to do that. So, but today, I often hear this phrase, "Why is it difficult to be a man today?" I hear that shit all the time. And when I hear it, mainly it's on YouTube. Sometimes I'll see it on Instagram if I'm watching a reel or something like that. But why is it difficult to be a man? There's a lot to unpack in that phrase. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to unpack the entire thing and get deep into it. But for you guys out there, that kind of have this feeling like, it's kind of hard being a man today, it's because you're not a man yet. And you're just allowing, what you see on social media to just get into your head, defeat you, even before you get started. When this is what you're doing on a daily basis, looking at your phone, trying to browse through social media, looking at, so-called bad bitches, influencers talking about, why is it difficult to be a man? Influencers like Andrew Tate getting in your head. And I'm not saying that the guy is wrong, but it's just unrealistic. The message that he's portraying today, it's not for the guys. It's not for the men out here of the world. Andrew Tate, in my opinion, ain't nothing but, he's just a pimp. You know what I mean? We used to, and I don't mean in the physical sense, like in the real terms of what a pimp is. No, although that's what they're accusing him for, but I don't mean like he's out there prostituting, chicks on a corner and stuff like that. That's not what I mean. Back in the day, when I was a dude, young cat growing up, we used to refer to each other as pimps when we were smooth, we dressed nice, we smelled good, we looked good, we had money. A lot of the rap that was created back then often referred to these dudes as ballers and pimps. You know what I mean? And like I said, not because you were out there pimping hoes. No, it's just that you had game. You know what I mean? You had game like a pimp. You walked and talked like a pimp. You were smooth. And a guy like Andrew Tate, he just reminds me of a dude that we would be chilling with, on a corner, hanging out. A dude who just had game. And that's what he does. Andrew Tate has game. Now, the reason why I say it may be a bit unrealistic, and let me rephrase that. I don't mean a bit. I mean, the dude is highly unrealistic to most men around the world today, because most men don't have the means that he has. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have $1 million, let alone $300 or $400 million in the bank. You ain't driving a Bugatti. You ain't doing none of that. And so when he talks about women and he talks about how men have it hard today and how you should be in the gym and you should be training and you should be working, and yeah, all that stuff is good. But when it comes to young men trying to navigate their way through this sexual marketplace that we exist in today, that's what he's referring to when he says, you know, it may be difficult for you guys because you guys are operating the wrong way. He talks about, like, if you're playing video games all day and you ain't in the gym training, this is why today's men have it difficult. This is where that's coming from. So when you hear a lot of women say, you know, men ain't shit, or, you know, men have it harder today, frankly, I disagree. Honestly, I think it's easier today than it ever was. Because back, you know, 25 years ago, which isn't that long, when I was 25, we had to do so much more. I mean, so much more, man. We talk about, you know, obviously we had to buy a car, right? So we were buying cars, buying clothes, going shopping every weekend, you know, trying to buy a new fit for next week, clubbing on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Because Monday nights were always the nights where you would see celebrities and, you know, all the people who are, I would say, not popular, but cool, you know? All the models, model industry, you know, all the industry people would be out on a Monday night chilling at these down low clubs, you know. And so we needed to buy a fit. We needed to get the car washed. The rims had to be shining. We needed to get a haircut. And then on top of that, you know, if we were showing up at the club with a young lady, then before we even went to the club, we went out to dinner first, right? Then we went out to the club, bought a bottle, sat at the table, was chilling, got the drink on, and then at the end of the night, went to a hotel spot, the 4-hour spot. Do the math in terms of how much money you think that was for one night. Bottles of Moet at the time, I believe 25 years ago, you can get a bottle of Mo, I would say for about $250, $200, around there. Yeah. A bottle of Hennessy was like $450, $500, depending on, you know, what club you were at. And that's just the bottle, you know. And if you had pull, where you got into the club for free, you know, and you walked right in and looked like a G in front of the chick that you was with, that just made it all better. So back then, you know, not only did you have to have your money right, your fit right, you had to look good, dress good, talk good, because back then we weren't on social media talking. We were talking verbally, like we were actually going up to these women, pulling up alongside of them in, you know, in our car or maybe on our bikes or something like that. And we actually had to physically holler at them. Today, you dudes are keyboard warriors, keyboard pimps. And then when they see you in person, you awkward as fuck. So what do I think? I think today's man, why is it difficult today? Because I think you guys are just not focusing on the important things. You know, like and they're basic, right? Like going to school for the right degree. Let's get that straight. Going to work, going to the gym, and repeat. And throughout your day, you're working, you're in school, you're at the gym, repeat, you're going to meet women. You're going to meet a girl. Okay? Your problem is you want to wife this girl right away. She might be bad, you trying to wife her. That's part of the problem today. You trying to wife him immediately. For what? So you can get the buns? So you trying to drop all this game, right, in the very beginning. And I understand because we used to do the same thing too, but not to the extent that you guys do it today. Like you guys are on some other shit, you know, when it comes to getting the buns, man. You'll say just about anything and do just about anything, right? But today, you guys want to date your vision, date what you see, and what you see is unrealistic, right? We'll get into that. But you ain't marrying your value. You're dating your vision and you're marrying your vision. And that's where you guys are falling short. Instead, you should be dating your vision and marrying your value. You know what I'm saying? Did I lose you? And if I did, I'll say it again. You got to date your vision. You can go out, you can smash, date your vision, right? But you got to marry your value. Marry your value. What do I mean by that, Rad? Well, the women that you see on Instagram on a daily basis, you know which ones I'm talking about. The ones that are always showing fat ass, big titties, and all that good shit, right? You know which ones I'm talking about. So the women that you see on Instagram, those are the ones that you want to date. You want to holler at them, you want to date them, that's fine. But would you marry them? Absolutely not. You're going to marry somebody of value. Somebody that you would want to have children with. Somebody that when you're at work and your wife may be at the grocery store, walking around with your kids at the park, that she's not being looked at in a sexualized manner. She's not out there with the fake titties and the fake ass and the BBLs and the lip implant and the face injections. She's not out there looking like a Barbie doll, because all that's going to do is just attract unnecessary attention. So when I say date your vision, yeah, you can go ahead and date that. But why would you marry that? That's a woman that we would have fun with as young men growing up, as young men working, going to school, getting our shit together, establishing our career, growing our bodies. That's not a girl that we want to have children with for the rest of our lives. There's some dudes out there that are just dropping seeds in these chicks just because they look good today, not realizing that all that shit is fake. You don't even know what this chick looks like. The minute she, has to take all that makeup off, get the extensions out, get ready for bed, she's looking crazy. Why? Because you went ahead and you started dating your vision and married your vision at the same time, not realizing that your vision is playing tricks on you. All of this shit is a lie. Everything you see on Instagram is a lie. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of that, man. All of this shit is a lie. Women are lying to you every damn day. All of this shit is a goddamn lie. And you over here falling for the banana in the tailpipe for no damn good reason. And then you wonder why they say, you know, men have it difficult today. You have it difficult today because you're being fooled. You out here playing video games all day, not training, not taking advantage of your youth, not taking advantage of the fact that you have the same amount of testosterone that somebody is paying for today through TRT. At the age from 18 through 25, man, you are a raging bull when it comes to your testosterone levels. A raging bull. It is your time to grow, and you're not even taking advantage. You guys are up all night playing video games until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Got to get up at 9 to go to school, go to work. How is your body ever going to grow if you're not getting quality sleep? 9 hours of quality sleep. You're not eating right. Protein is not there. You're not getting that 1 gram per body pound. You're not getting that. So how do you expect yourself to grow? How do you expect yourself to be a machine? You guys are failing from... You guys are failing at the age of 17, 18 years old, man. Already starting off the wrong foot. So when they say, why is it difficult to be a man today? That's part of the reason. You guys are not men. You guys are still little boys behaving like young men, like young children. I saw this video on TikTok of this woman talking about how, you know, women need to be alpha and come into their alpha mentality. And it just makes me laugh because, you know, there is no such thing as an alpha woman. Nothing. There is none. You might be a masculine woman, but you're not an alpha. You can never be an alpha. Never. Ever. So yeah, you might be hella masculine. That's fine. That's okay. And you guys, you masculine women out there, you're needed. You're needed for the unmascular boys out there. Unmasculine boys out there. The individuals that are called beta males, yeah, those are the individuals that you need. You're so masculine and so angry that the only man you can get is a beta male. Someone who's very feminine, in touch with their feminine side. Those are the men you get. And then what do you wind up doing? You wind up cheating with an alpha male. It makes no damn sense. That's another topic. That's another topic in itself, man. Women choosing the wrong men. Yeah, I got to think of that. Why alpha women or women who believe they're alpha choose the wrong men. Anyhow, so this woman right here, let me just play this clip for you because this is what she thinks about dudes like you. Okay, check this out. Let's see what she has to say.
A woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
because y'all follow commands. You go do. And she gonna tell you what to do. Because here's the thing, if y'all don't have somebody telling y'all what to do, y'all are going to be reckless. And so women are divorcing y'all in these relationships because they are allowing you to quote unquote lead, and they're being submissive. And since y'all can't lead yourself, y'all leading her to the ground. So here's the thing, the natural order is for the feminine to be the leader. If you give to the feminine,
You see, some of that shit is true. Some of that is true. What you're doing is you are driving these relationships into the ground based on your lack of drive, based on your lack of inability to compete with, I don't know, social media, the fantasies of every relationship on social media is always like, the best, so to speak. Everyone's having a great time. Everyone is successful in their relationships, and that's what you're competing with, right? So if you're not out there working your ass off, trying to get that money, trying to stay in shape, basically trying to be a superhero. You got to be Superman in today's day and age in order to satisfy what she's saying. Okay, so again, if you're not hitting on all cylinders, this is what she means by that. Okay, let's continue.
right? The feminine is always going to regenerate life and everybody's going to be taken care of. Y'all are territorial. Y'all just want the image of leadership. You just want to be out in public. I'm the leader, but all of the responsibility is actually on the woman. The leader takes the majority of the responsibility. If
Understand, you gotta blame this on yourselves, because she's not talking about obviously men who are obviously leading the country. Okay, men lead the country. Men have always led in general. Okay, it's never been a woman. Men have conquered nations, countries for thousands of years, not women. Okay, if you want to fast forward that to modern day times, okay, all the clothes that she's wearing, including her jewelry, has been manufactured, paid for, designed by men. And if there's a woman behind that boyish looking tracksuit that she's wearing, the man behind her is the one who made it possible. The bank owner, the individuals that made the machines, the engineers, all made by men, making it possible for her to be able to talk her nonsense, because that's what she's talking, nonsense. And it's guys like you that are allowing women like her to spew this disdain towards y'all, okay? She ain't talking about me. She's talking about you. Let's continue.
women allow men, which means she submit, all right, and allow him to lead, she don't have no control over what he's going to do. She's steady submitting to him. Women have to change their minds and realize that they ain't supposed to submit to men because men just gonna do what you allow them to do, because they don't have no governor on their own behavior to know when to not do something, to know better. They don't know. They just gonna keep being reckless. And they not gonna take care of your feelings because they're only concerned about theirs.
There you have it. That's what you guys are dealing with today. That type of individual. Now, for a minute there, I thought she may be a switch hitter like the other side, because she is masculine as hell. From the baseball cap and how she wears it, to the tracksuit, her body language, just the way her mannerisms are. You want to talk about being manly. This is what I call masculine. masculine as all hell. I'm telling you. That is what you're dealing with. And that is only going to get worse as time goes on. And so it's up to you guys to shut that shit down and start focusing on yourself. Start focusing on what you have to do. Focusing on getting money, establishing your career, becoming financially sexy. Because that is a thing. I don't care what you look like. When you are financially sexy, you can get just about anybody you want. Financial stability. Owning your house before you get married. All of this is possible if you just follow the blueprints that your parents teach you. All of this is possible if you go to school, choose the right degree. The degree that's going to turn around and make you money at the end of the day. Not photography. I mean, you got to be something real special to be able to make money and live off of photography today. You got to have a hookup. You got to know somebody, get into motion picture type creative environment, whatever you want to call it. But you really got to be somebody special. Either that, be gay, get into the field that way, because it's all connected within that community. You know, you're working for an agency and the agency owner happens to be gay, then if you're gay, maybe you can get hooked up that way. I don't know. But I don't know a single soul that's out here making money sustaining themselves off of photography. So that would just be, you know, one of many bullshit careers that are being taught in our universities. You graduate with that degree, you can go ahead and work at Walmart as an AM, an assistant manager, making $32,000 a year. You guys need to understand that you can't be in your feelings talking about you want to be a gamer or a YouTuber and get millions, because I hear a lot of that. Oh, I want to get millions. You guys are dreamers. You guys need to go to school for engineering. Go to school for shit that really matters. Okay? Stuff that can be useful in this world today. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for the pandemic, a lot of YouTubers will still be broke to this day. The pandemic had increased the visibility of YouTube, thereby making these individuals that have been down with YouTube for the last 10 years, finally they became popping because more people were on YouTube than ever before. But these guys weren't making that much bread. Not like the kind of bread that they're making today. You know, now that everybody's turning away from mainstream media, everybody's focusing on YouTube and Rumble and all these other platforms. Look, become an engineer of some sort. Become an electrician, a plumber, a doctor. Okay? Want to become a law enforcement? Become a law enforcement at the highest level. Become a chief. Be a supervisor. Don't just be the dude on the street chasing after crackheads and then getting locked up because he did his job. Don't be that guy. You'll be broke and poor your entire life. You guys got to work on yourself, level up on yourself, man. And at the end of the day, if you continue to date your vision and not marry your value, I guarantee you, you're going to have one hell of a miserable life. Trust me. I know. With that, I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you on the next one, folks.